Hello everybody. Today I'm going to talk about something that's very important. People all the time talk about the Agile software development methodology, but we need to think out of the box. What happens after Agile? Because sometimes some companies follow the Agile methodology, but it doesn't really benefit them. The problem is that they go exactly by the text, but they still fail. They fail in the market and they lose everything. Some other companies, they are way beyond time, way beyond the due date where they should deliver their products, although and they're still selling well and they're doing really good in the market. So let's look out of the box. Agile seems to be just one little block in a bigger cycle. So let's say that Agile is something in here. So you have the normal Agile, little circles, and there's more and more of them with every sprint. Let's call that Agile. So what does Agile do? Agile is nothing but a way to assure that the client or the customer and the development team are on the same page. And it's like a heartbeat. It keeps the development team in contact with the clients over and over and over again, just to make sure that they are exactly on the right track. Now, what is out of the box? Let's call this guy, let's call the Agile guy, money. So this is where the money comes from. Development, people work on code, they produce software, and then they make money, okay? Sometimes it's more money than expected, sometimes it's less, sometimes the whole company just falls apart. What is out of this box? There are two important elements that are out of this box that complete this cycle. One cycle here is the knowledge. What happens with an Agile team? An Agile that works exactly by the book, they earn nothing. The ones who are working day and night by the Agile methodology are learning nothing. Their experience adds just bits and pieces of the things that they already know. But there are new things that come over and over, like Microsoft, for example, when they introduced the Lambda expression, when they introduced all these new methodologies in asynchronousy and all these things, the people, the elders of the programmers, they have no idea what that is because they're stuck in this cycle and they're not renewing their information, which probably affects the economy, affects the money, because there are new things that can get the job done faster. So Agile on its own does not assure that the team members, the guys who actually work on this project, are fully knowledgeable with what's going on in the outside world. They just want to go to work, they want to do their job, they want to do the things that they already know, and that's it. It stops there. That's very dangerous for any company. The reason is, more things come over, and more information comes over, and these guys don't know anything about it, and then there's this other company that hired these new guys, the new graduates that know all these new methodologies and all these new ways to get the same result in a way faster time, which means way more money and way more production. How can we assure that these guys actually up to date? Then we have to inject the knowledge part into the Agile methodology just to make sure that these guys are up to date, which is going to affect the money later. So let's see. So when the Agile team are doing their sprint, they should have a sprint of knowledge. This sprint of knowledge is a 2-week session, or let's say a week session, that keeps these guys up to date. There have to be some guy that is responsible about all what's happening outside of that box and tries to learn all these new things and introduce them to the team. It's not supposed to be something that is voluntarily. It's supposed to be something within the process that keeps the evolutionary process going forward. So the team is learning more. So the team is learning while they're producing. So they're using new methodologies. They're using new technologies that allows them to actually get the same thing done in way less time. So if we have a one sprint, if we're gonna get ourselves to be delayed one sprint in return of learning new stuff that actually will get the job done way faster in terms of time, this can be one big thing that affects the process. This can be one big thing that actually can get more and more products done in way faster time. All right, that's very good. What about this part? There is another very important part that is missing in the way software development is happening. Software development, especially Agile, when it was introduced to people, it was introduced so the team is supposed to be self-managed, which is ridiculous. Because self-managed, it's a very sneaky way to tell people you're responsible about getting this task done, so they get some people to put in more time to get their task done before the sprint is over their time. So that's more stress on people, which actually not very self-managed. It's more of a person that is being lashed on their backs to get things done whatever way possible, and that causes a lot of stress. So let's go back to human part. There is no human element in the whole process. Developers are treated like machines. We have a sprint planning meeting. We're supposed to get these tasks done by the end of the sprint, whether it's 2 weeks, through 3 weeks, whatever. But the human element is completely missing here. What is that human element? You need to give people the chance and to give them the complete freedom to innovate. You need to give them the full freedom to think freely out of the box. And people can never think freely out of the box if they're being stressed down to get a specific thing done on time. They will have no power to learn, and definitely they will lose the very thing that makes them different than machines, which is innovation. So what happens here? These people need to be not told what to do. They need to be just given the broad goal and letting them swim into that pool to find what is the most suitable way, the most innovative way to get the job done. This is just a quick review, just a quick jump start about an idea of getting out of the box of the Agile methodology, because when you look really into it, it doesn't really care about the developer. It cares about the software, but what about the developer that actually makes the software? How can you make this developer more into producing more, putting more, and at the same time they feel self-respected, they get the chance to feel that they are actually contributing something intellectually to the world. Thank you.